Every time I look into my children's eyes, I feel a sense of pride that I cannot contain. Simultaneously fearful that it cannot be sustained. Cheerful minus trepidation, lost it all and then regained it once I finally learned that I could stand the rain. You should never be ashamed, suffering something most folks cannot explain. You're not to blame, you carry so much weight but you do not complain. It's not a game or competition to see who's got a lot of pain. It's inhumane, there's so much stress and pressure's pressing on your brain. So just refrain from thinking suicide something to entertain when you're feeling blue inside. Nothing besides your body remains. You must abstain from sinking deep into depression. Once again, that's rough terrain. Thinking being all alone is not a drain on your energy. Find your inner peace and mind your inner me. In time you'll find that you're divine and divine divinity. We have been primed by design for us to see deficiencies since early infancy. That's why I'm healing childhood injuries. Felt like a red-headed stepchild was walking gingerly. That's the epitome of the phrase, I am my own worst enemy. I have forgiven me all my life energy, like I'm a Hoya, standing tall like a sequoia. Centered me because I'm meant to be a
warrior. Keep a sword and shield, the inner war is real, but you will feel the euphoria when you no longer conceal. All of your wounds will heal. If you let it, it will destroy ya. If not now, it's gonna happen later. Don't need no congratulators, don't be no procrastinator. No, you gotta live, not just survive. You gotta give your all and thrive. You gotta fight with all your might. You gotta be a gladiator.
Just gotta keep pushing. Just gotta keep fighting a good fight.
I've held my grandfather's hand, hoping he'd breathe another breath. I've held my kids tightly as they grieve their mother's death. Watch people die in front of me while thinking what a mess. Unimpressed with reality, been in the gutter stressed. Gotta be ready to fight through it, continue to do it. And even when you get the deadliest plight, you will overcome it, just keep it 100 and never be petty with spite. See, life is a bitch and I like to fuck it like Rocco Siffredi with quite the heaviest pipe. Drive out the dark like a dreading at night when it hurts severe. When it bursts in tears and you're immersed in fear. Gotta keep pushing, come out on the other side of it, continue to persevere. Don't ever say that the worst is near, be positively universal here. If evil manifests in his chest, you insert the spear. I'ma make my purpose clear, I worked hard at this to make my art exist. Pulled myself out of a dark abyss. Pain I started with, but I fought through it like I'm Spartacus. Once I harness this power I possess, it started
You gotta
bliss.
be a warrior. Keep a sword and shield, the inner war is real, but you will feel the euphoria when you no longer conceal. All of your wounds will heal. If you let it, it will destroy ya. If not now, it's gonna happen later. Don't need no congratulators, don't be no procrastinator. No, you gotta live, not just survive. You gotta give your all and thrive. You gotta fight with all your might. You gotta be a gladiator.
On the island of destiny, you'll meet the kingdom's heart. The king was perceived to be suicidal. I'm the king of hearts. The hand life dealt is a parallel to receiving cards. It's cutthroat, so sit solitary for war can even start. Then I witnessed the crow and thought of Russell while at Egypt's park. And thought of non-believers of my light who never leave the dark. I went from warrior to warrior. My aura's Egypt, thought of falcon reaching the moon is where this more is like Raheem Devon. Who sings about the experiences of love and hate? I really be the part on TV like Martin. It's the thin line that we treading on inside a speeding car, but that vehicle is our body powered by fuel or someone not even start. I took a look at the word earth and figured an anagram out and saw what indeed is heart. I mean damn, because so is Satan. They're cultivators of evil marks. We fight against them and even proceed to start a war within our seat. The cathedral's archivalry is a possibility, but you gotta take a deep look inside when you think you aren't able to fight no more. Grip tight your sword and shield, then you will see you are a
warrior. Keep a sword and shield, the inner war is real, but you will feel the euphoria when you no longer conceal. All of your wounds will heal. If you let it, it will destroy ya. If not now, it's gonna happen later. Don't need no congratulators, don't be no procrastinator. No, you gotta live, not just survive. You gotta give your all and thrive. You gotta fight with all your might. You gotta be a gladiator.
Strange music.